delegates.
Yes, APC party been they talk on that interview day with Mange Mansari for Sika. The date same way say they don't put now for
some of the investigations.
So while we wait for the outcome of that particular investigation, they wanna get another one again. We get to do with the same parliament. Now the whole house we look at. Waiting are the ACC interest in this.
Well, we go back to the genesis of everything. Now, Carl led a consortium of civil society organizations, then conduct a national perception survey on people and views about corruption. The House of Parliament, according to the views as expressed by the people as contained in that report, was number 4, where they rank institutions of corruption. Now, what in a study they then can do generally, now that then just they sample public opinion. Say, amongst the institutions here, like they name 5, 6, 7, 8, when I rank them. So, when those analyses were conducted, the outcome of which shows, say, the House of Parliament was number 4. So, as a consequence of that, Honorable Hindulu Givao, in the engagement with BBC Focus on Africa, on that very issue, they made a general admission publicly. Say yes, corruption then at the House of Parliament. But it didn't start with this Parliament. Even before this current Parliament, corruption existed. Now, as an institution, we get mandate for investigate all forms of corruption, whether they bring them to we notice or we stumble over or by whatever means. If a high-level citizen makes a public admission, you could call the citizen for can talk to him. So you start. So that is where we started. Right. We don't invite Honorable Givao. We don't obtain statement from Honorable Givao. However, the statement to obtain from Honorable Givao is not helpful enough for me to start any real meaning.
You're not helpful enough. What do you mean?
You know, give me any specifics. Say, if you say corruption in that place there, do you know the people that are involved? No, you don't know. Do you know when this happened? No, you don't know. Now, if it gives us no information at all regarding the specifics of the general allegation we make, then the only alternative we will get as an institution, now for look for other means for investigate this matter. So we don't issue a press release to the public. Now we are soliciting information from the public. Anybody we don't ever deal with Parliament, in the dealings with Parliament, if they don't ask you for pay money, or you don't pay money, or anybody safe, right, we don't deal with Parliament, so you get knowledge, say a member of Parliament involved in corruption, please come and talk to us.
Okay, Alassane Kagbo, continue for the retweet inside the program Good Morning Salon. Quickly inside the program, we go for a break.
Causing confusion. But this confused me, boo. Look where Uncle Nat in Wall Solid. Look in block them with them beat for them, where they save solid. And at the same amount of cement and sand, then they use for beat me on. But look what in the happen. Me wall down for them, all the block they all don't scatter. It like say some kind magic they behind this. You want to know the magic behind this? Now the superior quality, extra strong, extra life and extra yield cement where are they use, and that's not Dangote 3X Portland limestone cement. Dangote cement na the and block solid. Use Dangote 42.5R cement, you no go regret them. You go get Dangote 42.5R cement na all the shop and building material store na the one whole country.
Rokel Commercial Bank don't make a de waka with me back na me phone. Rokel Commercial Bank go make you the waka with you bank na you phone. Them you come with SIM couple and now they don't increase the facility. For sure say na them na the Alagba banking business na now they don't come with SIM couple plus. They don't come with SIM couple plus. This service go allow you for send money to person where they salon anytime you want. It no matter the mobile coming where you there. As you send them, you go get some quick one. What's nice inside salon you there? The money go reach you. It no matter if you there na the east, west, north, south. So secure then you like. Go na Google Play Store and search for the app. SIM Copper Plus, I say download them. Follow the instructions and register your device. The process no long now if you reach 2 minutes. When you done the bank go send message na your phone. For confirm say na your phone number bang bang. Enjoy e-copper and more facilities. SIM Copper Plus e come for we all. You dey na city or village just na salon you dey. You e-copper go reach you there. Enter top up self now they under the facility. With e-copper you can cash out your money from any local commercial bank agent or branch all around the country.
All right, the program Good Morning Salon, they continue. One look at other issue, but quickly, before we look at other issue again, we want for wish the Rokel Commercial Bank an happy anniversary as the Managing Director, Walton Ekundayo Gilpin. They wish una the very best as una they celebrate una 21-year anniversary today. He come out from man, they go to in team, he say, he appreciate the effort una all they make for ensure say the bank continue for do them work.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue and we dey look at another issue. Also, the Deputy Head of Police Media, Assistant Superintendent of Police Samuel Sayo Conte say, police dey investigate 2 people wey dey engage with ammunition na the Kamia district na the Guinea Salon border for know if they get license for bring this kind ammunition come na the country. Well, he explained more to Musa Kamara inside this interview.
We intercept 2 Okada riders them. We have been Thursday, the 10th of September 2020. Then 2:30 Santem. And them 2 Okada riders here, they enter, then come out from the Guinean axis and they enter Ghana, Sierra Leone. We get information, and whenever we get information, we work on that information. If you see it lead to intelligence, with the high-power with surveillance strategy. Now that's exactly what we do. On that very day, when we don't plant with surveillance strategies, then they grow called covert informants, then they grown, then the one then who I can see overtly with the uniform now. But the one the women did we know wear uniform, then we don't when we don't deploy them, they become we don't get the intelligence. So in that regard, one of the bikes then gets Guinean number plate and the one gets Sierra Leone number plate. So we intercept them, yes, then we arrest them right now as I speak, then I'll custody together with the bike and the ammunitions. Now that's not the issue way I go speedily talk.
Are most people they under investigation?
Well, as I talk, so we get 2 civilians that will custody. The soldier, where people they say, they use according to the intelligence we will get. People in the community, the Ugbe community, say that soldier man they use one of the bike, and in them in don't they see with. So in that regard, we don't do the necessary procedure because the person when the soldier when a Sanko, they at large, they not make himself available. From that very Thursday when I'm in the tent, we they at large, we will get a hit.
Na Salon soldier or Guinea soldier?
Na Salon soldier. And we don't do the necessary process or procedure for meet the hierarchy, na the military, of course, embosses them. Then self really very willing for corporate. And then say go one say for that soldier they make himself available to the police for we ask him some question he go clear something them.
Now what and waiting una exactly arrest from them to bike mania so una they investigate?
Yeah, 10 boxes of cartridges and of course we then cartridges then they use now then shotgun we then go use for hunting. To be very sincere, that again it is illegal, even though not to the conventional arms and ammunition where people then they fear say maybe a bad thing one kind of the country. But even then they say we na then cartridges then they use na then shotguns. Then not for use illegal means for bring and cancer Sierra Leone. So now we don't hold them to them day and maybe other more people go get for Ghana with net as the investigation the country.
So now all the cartridges then una catch?
Yes, and maybe then go get for tell we other thing maybe. But on the spot we will arrest them, yes, na 10 boxes of cartridges.
Then we don't ask people for register them, gun them for ensure say within the hunting legal one. Why arrest of person where you go get hunting man cartridge?
Of course, they don't get any legal means for bring the cartridges where they conceal them, then disguise them. And 1, 2, they don't get any license for bring them, then cartridges then in a saloon. Then 3, the individual way them purport say na civilian we na in send them or na in get then cartridges then the in safe we say we defend them in safe not get any right for do them kind of business then the.
Now, who said this investigation dinner?
A dinner police and for the sake of security reason and not go disclose who side then two individuals then the presently. I will just say then a police net.
Now the investigation within Nakambia district to say this thing happen. Is it still Nakambia district or you don't kind of decide headquarters?
Well, as I talk so a day na the headquarter na Port Loco. Then for transfer can I CID headquarters. I don't know as I did this interview if they don't send the file na CID headquarter.
That's the Deputy Head of Police Media, Assistant Superintendent of Police, Samuel Sayo Conte, be talk to Musa Kamara inside that interview day. Also, I say police investigate 2 people when engaged with ammunition at Cambia district for no if they get license for get possession of the ammunition in day. The program Good Morning Salon they continue and we will bring this edition come to you this Thursday morning. My name is Sapti Kalon.
And Mabel Kaba. We still get with Alassane Kabo from the ACC and we still look at the issue we get for do with investigation of alleged corruption in Parliament. Before we take that issue there, you've been talking on the call at this stage on the call on the public now for feeding information if anybody be don't go Parliament and notice anything about corruption, we get evidence for sure. So till that happen, on another further investigate the case.
Now, part of the investigations that when they look for information or intelligence leading to a particular matter where they investigate, whether for proof or disprove that you can solicit information from anybody.
So if you not come from the public?
I mean, they continue to do the things they already do until we get the information we need. The other things we will not go talk, for instance, if we task other intelligence agencies then for help, we will not come and say it. Because what we'll do, each and every investigation so they do intelligence led. Now, side and they say you know get apparatus, you know get people the way they work for you in a certain side. For instance, if they get for do the border, we get laws them where they allow we and policy system for coordinate, for instance, with FISU, Forces Intelligence Security Unit. Say we check around the under for we. But any investigations is intelligence led. So we don't talk to the public. No, that's not the end of it. We could have spoken to a lot of other intelligence agencies there for help we get at that. So, until you get what you need, you're not going to do nothing.
So now don't already get a whistleblower from Honorable Science attest, do not a general statement. That in any way not to a clue for Lona start something?
Yeah, but clues are not sufficient. You need a lead. If you say corruption there, who that involved? When did it happen? How much involved? So these are leads. But if you don't have a lead, I like you bring MI5, MI6, you bring the CIA, FBI. Trust me, then they get stumbling block. You need a lead. Then you get a breakthrough.
From what you talk, we don't see the Anti-Corruption Commission, for example, cases we get for do with exam malpractice. I mean, much talked about Scorpion Squad. Don't they appear on a side where people be done they clap for and say the ACC they do thing. This Scorpion Squad they are powerful. Why them power unable for reach and go investigate this matter na the Parliament of Salon?
I like the example we give. In fact, then they don't even help us for understand the issues then. Where Scorpion Squad can go. A lot of the time, then they go bust by you, then catch you on the spot.
So they're not able to work under?
In this case, no. Somebody say corruption there.
Why?
We say calm. What do you mean first? Let Scorpion Squad go catch you there. Then
because you need una be don dey notice say malpractice they be. We make they go different side and they appear and they catch people. So if alleged corruption they come again from the House of Parliament, Scorpion Squad not able to under until una go catch people at the point where they do that.
Okay, you get actionable intelligence. You say somebody they commit an offense right now, a corruption offense, or somebody is about to commit a corruption offense. It's different. Under the evidence already there, you meet and they do them. It's different from somebody we publicly admit. Then we can't talk to her now. You not give you any lead.
But if the person able give you lead, how powerful on intelligence be? Where already una don't get information from so person says something they be under. On another intelligence, we go able for work underground and expose something
I
for the public.
stated that. I said the intelligence agencies then go there underground the work. You understand? But then if then go say the neighbor gets a lead. For instance, I told you that corruption is secret. It's different from where picking the spy, you meet the paper and hand, you copy, you get the material.
But I don't they catch people before.
Exactly, but in this case, person just can't say, I know say corruption they happen. But it is not happening as I'm speaking. So it's not like you go, you meet and they do the thing. It's different. For instance, you're an investigative journalist. You would not know anything if you not get a source. If you don't get a source, anything you do, even if they can you go to the best school of journalism you can, if you don't have a source, you will not get the information.
That this now because it gets for the certain people make ACC they come with all the excuse you for say they not go just go and do the needful like
so what do you call excuse? You know it in? Show me the evidence first, bar. You talk
no, please, get other method they more that apply other side.
Please wait. Give me the evidence bar when they talk about. What do you know other than waiting we hear in a BBC?
No,
do you know another thing different?
No, una your work. My point was exactly.
But we work not too different from una work. I'm calling your attention. Investigative journalism, now the same process is the way to go through. If you lack a lead, how do you build a story? What do you talk? Nothing. You investigate if you don't get lead. What do you talk? If two people then go inside room then commit an offense then come out, we actually know inside you say then go commit an offense, but you never prove that. What do you do?
So at all, if nobody no come attest to which one they call, this case could just be swept off. If at all, because on so much, rely on the public for can say, well, maybe don't give so amount of money for approval or any other thing. So if at all nobody no can attest to which one they make a call for, waiting people for expect.
Okay, if you prejudice the question, so it's because inside you already believe and say. Or they will stem because that then people are involved.
No, not to me they say.
Exactly. But what you know will show me also that the evidence will ignore. You know it will show me that. Then I'll give you an example. Say as a journalist, if you don't have a lead, a breakthrough, what do you write? So please put yourself small in your position on this issue before you reach them conclusions then they. Now, anywhere in the world, the fight against corruption, you rely on public, especially journalists then, for instance. So even you now have a duty as a journalist, say, okay, let me self-probe into this thing. Let's see what the outcome is. So we are talking to everybody, including journalists. We even get more skills than for investigate past some other investigators. Because even journalists are trained to investigate. So this is not a win no more. The duty is on all of us. If I will even look at our mandate, it does not only say that we the fight. They say for lead the fight, then for enlist public support. So sometimes we have to go back to the public for information. And this is not unique. This is best practice. Any side you go to the wall, you don't travel a lot. Where something happen, they'll come to the public for help with information.
So looking at the way they call for let people present certain information or as evidence, is there no other way we can go do it? Because looking at the fact that so many people get for secured in job and other thing, you think that people could just go like that and say, well, I don't go through this or I get this evidence against the alleged corruption at parliament?
Yes, it can happen. In fact, we don't get a lot of matters they will prosecute. When a true public operation, we get them prosecutions, then they successfully. Yeah. Now, under we laws, we get clauses where they protect whistleblowers, where they protect informants, where they protect witnesses. As I talk to you, we've never had an issue in which somebody informed me about something, it suffer consequences as a result of the information we give. They are always protected. We protect their identity. We ensure say they are safe, and we've always that. So there's no doubt. But a lot of which we prosecute, now either from Muna, the journalist, them. In fact, don't forget that the investigations on Parliament started, now this studio, the argument they had on this studio. So I'm bringing in this for show the role of journalists they also in this OD too. So we're not just push until we have a mandate, and we are doing everything within which for unfold the truth yonder. But you guys should also help us in the things we do.
When I still on top Parliament.
Well, everybody, not Parliament generally.
But
Everybody
because
will
of
do-
this issue now.
But of course, on this matter, yes.
All right.
We are focusing on this matter
All right,
until we
Alassane.
get a logical conclusion.
We dey look at message and where people don't send at the program Good Morning Salon, and the very first one they take from the Facebook page. Cecilia Stoba, they say 40 cases in court for a small country like Sierra Leone. Corruption is like a norm. Where are the monitoring systems in place to minimize the reports? The ACC was found to have more than 10 bank accounts in
It's
the
a lie.
past 2 years. Have you closed some of
It's
these
a lie.
accounts?
No, you can't respond.
No, I'll respond to this one.
We
thing.
read message them, then just they take them down.
Yeah,
Maybe
no, this
don't
one a
go.
lie. I don't even need for
We
the
go
yourself.
respond
Let
to
us
them.
sink in. It's a lie.
Alright, we'll look at more messages. This other one, they say, Alassane, when you say you won 30 out of 36 cases, are you talking about the number of people charged and convicted or the amount of cases? Because I understand a single case can have 5 people indicted, but when you are counting, you don't count it as one case. You count it as 5 cases, which is little misleading.
More message inside the program. This one says it is clear that ACC is skeptical on this matter because of those involved. This is a test case for the Anti-Corruption Commission for them to prove their integrity.
Alright, this other message from the text line. It says, ACC, please investigate who is... Alright, the person also investigates one building at Sykes Street. We ask that you go to the commission if you want that to be done. This other message we will replace them with. It asks, it say Alassane in 2014-2015, Sierra Leone ranked 119 in the TI index. So this is not the first time the country has attained that ranking.
More message inside the program. This other one, they say, why are we not seeing the swift method or approach ACC use in other cases? When it comes to Parliament, they are giving all rooms of excuses.
Alright, this other one said the ACC press release is essentially asking public officials to commit suicide. Reference, alright, more messages.
And this other one, yeah, they say asset declaration compliance is still a problem in Sierra Leone. ACC needs to be more proactive because public officials are still stubborn to declare their assets.
This other one says, Mr. Kabo, what's the status of the case between ACC, Madam Aisha Johansson, and his General Secretary, Chris Kamara? The ACC boss on an interview said that the commission will apply judgment from the courts. They come out from Kalamuna Pacific Street.
This other one, they say even with a whistleblower with a member of Parliament, Anti-Corruption Commission is still emphasizing that they don't have any source and looking up to the public for more evidence.
Alright, from them message and they will come over to Alassane Kabo from the Anti-Corruption Commission for response to the concerns and we don't come in so far from the public.
The first one we talk about the number of cases we'll get. Then she referenced the fact, say, now because the monitoring mechanisms are not working effectively. I think that's a very strong point. The whole essence of systems interventions, prevention, has been the battle with. No, it's not. We are not skeptical about anything. We are investigating. Investigations, criminal investigations, a very complex thing. And they are shown our back. So we'll put every commitment into that case day. But it no matter how much effort you put, if you don't get lead, if you don't have people that will come and talk to you, that I did this, or you don't get evidence, not just mere allegations, you not go beyond that. And in law, then go to and call the presumption of innocence. Once you're not able, get anything you're able to prove, say somebody don't do something, you got to presume, say, they're innocent. However, this will not stop us from continuing our investigations. We deal with partners that we normally deal with, and we also solicit public information. Even the press, if people then get an idea about what's in the happen, you can write an article. We'll take the lead from that article. There are so many investigations who've successfully concluded simply because one newspaper decided to write about them. So these things must not be left in our hands alone. The public also, for help us to try and get information, let them give you the lead. Then the person talk about the ranking. He's very correct. 119 is not the first time. Sally, not the first time we don't get 119. In fact, 1 year they will get 119, 3 years consecutively. We'll just be at 119. But before we go 119 this time, we'll be the 129. So we'll make 10 spaces upwards in the 119. In this, I'm referring to the TI index. The TI index, then get one side, when at the ranking, then the other side at the score. The score now only determine the ranking. You understand? So in the ranking, we don't make 119 consecutively. In fact, one term, the 3 consecutive years, now 119 we make, which was very good. After that, we go down. However, what we say we knew now the score, we score 33 points. We've never scored 33 points in the history of the TI index. The highest we've ever scored is at 30. So the 10 they all over in the making ranking and they na 30. It never went above 30. This time we scored 33.
So quickly, Alassane, apart from the Parliament investigation on, also the high-profile case then at the desk of the Commission?
Well, we have a lot of cases. I don't know which one are the high-profile one, but every case we get is very important, and we are focusing on them. Normally, we would investigate matters. It's difficult for make we talk details. Telling we don't investigate the matter more than 6 months, even before we call the person of interest. So we are investigating.